lot of stuff coming about that Kirk Franklin was wearing a dress. Kirk Franklin was wearing a dress. Now, I just want to put this out. I don't know if he had the intent of that to be a dress. I'm gonna have pictures, on the video to show you what he looked like, and you make that judgment. But what this video is about is, first of all, we want to say that there's a rightly distinction between man and woman, and it's okay to have that distinction, right? We have this thing in our culture where women want to be proven that they're just as strong as men, right? Women want to be proven that they can hold their own against men. And rightfully, sometimes rightfully they have to prove that because of how men we look at women. So let's just start talking about this right here. So there's a difference between men and women. There's a difference between the body, and then there's a difference even between the energy that they give off. Right? Men give off a more upfront, logical, straightforward, most of the time, in the majority, straightforward energy, where women give off a more nurturous, feminine, soft energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. What the enemy has done is made women think because you have a feminine energy, a soft, a weaker energy about yourself, that's not beautiful, and that's not needed, and that's not important. And then men, we think because we have a more strong, upfront, male, masculine, energy, that we are better, or we are stronger, and that's not so. So what happened is, if we understand that this world was set up by a natural law of things, and when we look at that natural law of things, it was set up that when natural law happens, a feminine energy and a masculine energy comes together. It makes a perfect energy. When we understand that, and understand that's what marriage is, coming together, making a perfect energy and building under that, guys. What that means is, as a man, sometimes I'm straightforward, want to get the work done, and sometimes I need that feminine energy to say, okay, well, maybe we need to be soft right now. Maybe we need to back up right now. And sometimes the move was, okay, well, I should back up. Because what we don't understand is things work together for the good. Things work together. We also have this thing in our culture where I don't need a woman, and a woman say, I don't need a man. And when that happened, there is no togetherness. So now we out there fighting against each other instead of fighting with each other. Come on, somebody. If we look at the church, right? If we look at the church energy, the energy in the church is so messed up that we have the male energy masculating in the women, are being carried by the women, and the feminine energy is being carried by the man, right? And we saying that is okay. That is not the law of God. We are now operating out of the will and the law of God. The word of God tells us, let's go there. I think it's Galatian. I think it's Galatian. Give me a second. I probably should have had this ready. Turn to the book of Galatians. If it's not Galatians, it'll be It may be Ephesians 5. I'm looking for the verse. I think it's Ephesians 6, where it talks about the man being children obey their parents. Okay, it says obedience. It's definitely Galatians. Give me a second. Let me just find it. Do not say, not actually worry. Every time I want to go somewhere and I have a good idea where it is, I can never find it. But anyways, I can't find it. I'll probably put the scripture up on the screen when I do the editing. But it talks about a man is supposed to be the head of his household. But it's not saying that the man is to rule a woman. It is saying that the man should be the order. It is speaking towards the order. So when we follow that order, that's the way the natural process happens. See, God created Adam, and then he took Eve from Adam, right? So he took Eve from Adam. It's kind of like this. You know, you ever make a meal, right? Just think about this. You ever make a meal? You're cooking say you cooking some steak, and then say you cooking some you boiling some kind of meat, right? You boiling chicken, and you take the chicken out and everything, and you put it in noodles, and you make chicken and noodles. You know, then you say, okay, well, you know, this is missing something. I know this sounds stupid, but you say, okay, I'm gonna take that chicken broth, and I'm gonna use that chicken broth to make maybe some gravy or something like that. And now you add that gravy to chicken. I know it sounds crazy, but the point I'm trying to make is when God took Eve from Adam, he made her to be the completion of everything Adam was not. Right? So just like you may say, okay, I take this from the chicken and I'm gonna make something else to complete the meal, God took Eve and say, I didn't put this in Adam and I probably should have, so I'm gonna put it in Eve. So now she's her own person, but she's what completes him and he's what completes her. That's why a lot of people when they get in love, they fall in love, they'll tell you, man, she was everything. The dudes will say, man, she was everything that I needed, and the female say he was everything that I needed. Because we are to each other everything that each other need. And the reason why I'm going through this and the reason why I'm making this, not trying to defend how the order of how things is. No, I'm trying to defend, I'm not trying to defend the order of how marriage is supposed to be. I do that in a whole nother series. I got a whole nother series on that. But I'm trying to defend the order of the way it's supposed to be when we look at how man and woman is supposed to be towards each other. There is no secret. I don't care how you feel about me saying this, but in our culture, especially the black culture, we have a bunch of feminine men who was raised by women, and a woman can't teach masculinity. Only a man can teach masculinity because only men know what a masculinity is. I am raising a little girl and I struggle with trying to teach her how to be feminine. So the best thing I can do is teach her how a man is supposed to treat her. I teach her what a man is supposed to be with her, and put other people in her life that gives off feminine energy, that understand feminine energy, so she can get that. But I am nowhere near, or nowhere do I need to teach her how to be a little lady. I can't. The best thing I can tell her is when she sit down with a dress on, close her legs. But I can't tell her the stuff about females. So why do we expect in our culture that us men, women can tell men how to be strong? You can't do it. My mom could never tell me how to be the man. What my mom would tell me, what my mom would tell me to do is, she always tell us this. I always remember this. She say, "Baby, at the end of the night, a man is supposed to lock the door, and then here's my number to my brother. Here's the number to this dude, that dude. If you got questions, you need to ask him." My mom was straight up, "I can't teach you how to be a man." And I respect my mom to this day, and my brother respect our mom today, because she's taught us how to go out and seek a person who has the male energy, have the masculinity, how to seek them and to learn to be masculine. Because there was no father in the home. So what we have now is a bunch of dudes that are grown men acting just like females. And I'm not trying to be in no way disrespectful, but I'm just telling the truth. Grown men that's acting feminine. Wow, we have a bunch of females who's trying to be hard. Go on Facebook, man, and look at some of these fight videos, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. I seen a video last week where this one female was fighting this one dude, and she was fighting him like a man, and she was holding her own. And my heart was aching because that's not what our women is supposed to be. Our women are not supposed to be in a place where they take care of themselves in that manner. It's supposed to be a man to take care of that manner. Just like our men acting feminine because that's what they think they have to be, when they don't understand that there's a energy out there that a female is supposed to bring you, that's going to bring you the feminine energy. I don't know how to be feminine. I'm not finna try to be feminine. I don't want to be feminine. And that's what our culture is missing. And going back to now, it's not only the enemy making it that way through how our culture and how our kids are being raised, it's also in our music. It's also in the videos. You know how many rappers out there that done put a dress on before? And I was saying to myself, man, okay, that's what the world's supposed to do though. And as a Christian man, or as a man of God, I'm going to teach masculinity to the people that I need to teach masculinity, which is men. That's why if you hear a lot of stuff I do on here, it's towards men. It is. It's towards men. I just did a video on Facebook talking about fear. And the reason why I can do that video on Facebook talking about fear, because as a man, that's what I have to overcome. Now you say, well, females got to overcome too. Yeah, but a lot of times a female should be able to look to a man to feel safe, right? But as a man, I have to create safeness for myself. I can't wait for nobody else to make me feel not scared. I have to go and create that for myself and for my family, for the kids. When my little nephew come in and he's scared, I have to be able to say, okay, man, listen, man, let me calm you down and let me show you and let me make you see why there's nothing to be afraid of, or let me show you how to overcome this. Or when my little niece come in and she's scared, I have to say, okay, you know what? I know you're afraid. Let me show you why I'm going to protect you.